Jio Financial Services, I think it looks, I think, reasonably clear proposition at this point of time. On one side, they are starting with a net worth of around 28,000 crores, which is cash net worth in the balance sheet. Along with that, they have got the holding, 6% plus holding in Reliance Industries, which is basically valuing somewhere around 1,10,000 crores plus. So somewhere in the vicinity of around 1,30,000, 1,40,000 crore worth of book size of the net worth, I think that the company is assuming to get started with. That number itself, I think, will put Jio Financial Services ahead of everybody else in the listed universal included in our marketplace. Because I think the size of the NBFC would be, I think, far bigger than even the largest NBFC, which is Bajaj Finance.
Hmm.
Bajaj Finance currently holds net worth of around 45,000 crores, as against which you are talking about three times plus higher amount of net worth for uh, Jio Financial Services of 1,30,40,000 crores.
Hmm.
So that would possibly put the book size, potential book size for the company eventually between 7.5 lakh crore to 10 lakh crore. I think which would probably, in my viewpoint, happen over next 3 years' time.
The disclosures made by Reliance Retail, and it's been given by Reliance only on the website. They have more than 8,300 odd shareholders who have shares in Reliance Retail Limited. Do you see going forward the company may look at reverse merging Reliance Retail with Reliance Retail Ventures, so that you don't have so much of step down subsidies, and the Reliance Retail Ventures gets uh, operating company valuation rather than a holding company valuation?
Again, I think it's a good possibility. I think this could be one of the reasons for which this particular transaction must be taking place in Reliance Retail. That is one good possibility. However, as I see it, I think their holding company is also having a purpose. They are basically striking alliances with different brands. They are buying out different brands, putting them into the Reliance Retail framework and the platform. So to a greater extent, I think they play a major role in attracting a lot of brands without conflict of interest. Because operating companies, if it has to start attracting other brands, I think it may have a conflict of interest because of the competitive products. Here in holding companies case, to a certain extent, I think you are creating that particular framework wherein every separate brand would probably operate as a separate company within that, in which I think both the partners would have the what you call the stake into it. So to a greater extent, I think in order to give the presence to the partner, you have to create, I think, this kind of a venture arrangement, which probably is working successfully for this company. Eventually, if it has to fold and work into one company, ideally, yes, I think it's a very simplified structure. But whether it serves all the purpose for the company, I'm not too sure. I would probably like to think that I think they have a purpose for keeping that particular thing as a holding company.